This week on my sewing journey, I've been working on a portfolio project bag. This style is kind of like a notebook style. Now, it is quilted. When you open it up, it has several different pockets, and one of the pockets has a zip on it with some clear vinyl. Now, to get started, I took a piece of fabric for my top fabric that was 18 by 16. So it was 16 down by 18 wide. And then I took quilt batting and another piece of fabric that was the same size, 16 by 18, and I quilted them together. You can use any quilting motif that you want to do for that. And if you don't want to do a quilting motif, that's fine. You don't have to. After I was done quilting it, I did sew a piece of vinyl on. I sewed it by hand, though. My machine was giving me a little trouble. And that's so I could put a piece of paper in there to say what project I have in here, whether it's a cross-stitch project or a quilting project. Next, you will want to decide about your pockets. Now, the pockets are 8 inches wide, so 8 inches this way, and the same length as project bag of 16 inches. Now, I did several pockets because I like to cross stitch, so I wanted one to put the cross stitch project in when I'm not working on it and one to put the directions in. So I did 2 pockets on this side, and then I did 2 pockets on this side. And like I said, one of them was a zip pouch pocket. And that's how I did that one. So basically, I took a zipper I had in my stash, which wasn't exactly as long, as you can see, because I patched it up here. And I took some fabric and sewed the zipper part first. Then I sewed it onto some scrap fabric and some scrap vinyl. And that's why it looks so scrappy here. But it does work, and I can put little things in there. Afterwards, you put your bias tape on, and you can do your bias tape sewing any way you choose, or you could actually just fold the edges together and sew them if you didn't really want to do the bias tape. But I did the bias tape all the way around. And then I made a tab. Now with this, the button, you want to measure that for the button. You can do, if you don't have a buttonhole attachment for your sewing machine, or your sewing machine just does not do buttonholes or doesn't like to do them, like mine's a little stubborn, doesn't like to do it, you could use a zigzag stitch. If you put your zigzag stitch on the stitch length of 1, you could zigzag it down. Just give yourself a little space in between to make the slit and make it as long as your button, and it would work. I hope you like this idea. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing, and happy sewing.